Ah yes, Lego Ninjago. Now, if you were a kid navigating through life in the 2010s, there is probably a large chance that you have witnessed the fine specimen of a show that is Ninjago. Now, if you are one of the rare kids deprived of Ninjago, the gist is that there are 6 ninja who can control a different element trying to fight off villains, and Zane sacrificing himself every 5 minutes. Overall, the show was well received, which led to many seasons after. However, there was one mystery that still remained. Who would be the Green Ninja? Most people speculated that it would be Kai because up to that point he had been the poster boy for Ninjago. Little did they know that it would change, and not for the better. In the first season, they would be introduced to the spawn of Satan, Lloyd Garmadon. We first see him trying to, get this, hold a village hostage to try and steal their sweets. Right, so off the bat, we see him talk in the most obnoxious way possible that makes my fingers itch, and he wants to get diabetes. So Lloyd gets taken out by the ninja and does the logical option of rethinking his life choices. That is what I would have said if it was actually true. Instead, he attempts to find an ancient army of snakes to once again get diabetes. His other ventures include getting the most lethal army in history to build him a treehouse. So let's get this straight. He talks in the most weird way possible, wants to get diabetes, and rules over an army of legendary snakes to build him a treehouse. I wonder what's happening in his brain. Then we see him absolutely ruin everyone's day on the Destiny's Bounty by bringing their morale down. He makes Kai depressed because Cole beat his high score on his game. He makes Cole depressed by roasting his soup when literally nobody asked. He lets Jay get beaten up by a robot, and he makes poor man Zane a pink ninja suit, and it turns out that it was him doing it all along. Then it is revealed that Master Wu put him up to it, but it's very obvious that Lloyd was enjoying his time torturing the ninja, disregarding their well-being and mental health. But the biggest injustice occurred when Lloyd became the Green Ninja. The whole Ninjago community was sent into disbelief, and the world went into chaos. Okay, that last one was false, but people were so disappointed in the fact that Lloyd became the Green Ninja. Everyone was also kinda sad at the fact that Kai wasn't the Green Ninja, because till that point, he had been the MVP of the show. He had been the most powerful and he had the coolest hair. And then he was replaced by a 10-year-old with hair that looked like this. If you took the average 3-year-old Ninjago up to that point, I'm willing to bet that they would choose Kai over Lloyd. In conclusion, it's pretty obvious that Lloyd is one of the most disliked characters in all of Ninjago's history. He has no regard for people's mental health, gladly letting them suffer. He talks in the most obnoxious way possible, and he kicked Kai from the spotlight and became the Green Ninja for no apparent reason. I think it's needless to say that Lloyd is not one of the best characters in Ninjago's history.